Now let's do a little half a layout update video. Not going to get too much on what I've been working on over the past couple days since the last one. I will say that I got this crossing put in and it worked pretty nice, but not going to go any further in that direction, because today we're going to be talking about just a quick little clip here, I guess, about that little thing right there. Who knows, it's me. That little thing right there is my computer's webcam. As you can currently see, it is pointing and on down that stretch of track. Well, the reason it's there is, figure whenever, I've talked about it a few times in the past about setting up my webcam to view like a live video feed of me working on my layout and all that and doing whatever. And I'm finally getting around to actually explaining how this all works. So the webcam is here. It's currently sitting on this workboard, or sitting on top of a cup on top of this workboard, and I call it a workboard because I just clip it to the side of the layout with a big clip like this, and I can write notes down, and when it's needed, I move it out of the way when it's not. So right now it's there, but I can clip it anywhere there's a good bit of little lip to the layout. This right here is would be an okay spot. And sometimes I can clip it right here. Kind of nice, neat little feature, lets me have like a mobile desk. But back to the camera. First, the camera has to have a wire going to the computer, and the wire goes, I don't know if I can see, goes down there to the floor, coils around, comes back up on my trash can, over here to my laptop, to my computer. And as you can see, it's right there, and that's what my computer currently sees. Now I do use Ustream to broadcast, and I'll post a link down here somewhere in the lower part of the video on how to get to it. But I typically broadcast usually around noonish Eastern time. It's -5 GMT if you want to start doing math. So 3-hour time difference between me over here on the East Coast and those on the West Coast. But I'll post a link. I'm normally from noonish to whenever. If you happen to have Twitter, you can follow me. It's Twitter at Jib228, I believe. I'll have to look it up. I'll also post a link to that if you want to follow me on Twitter. If you don't use Twitter or anything and you want to contact me a different way, go ahead or you want to update a different way, go ahead and ask. But I typically have my camera on. Oftentimes when working on my layout, I have it up here, kind of overlooking the whole thing. But I don't have it sitting up there right now because it's in one of the rail fanning positions. Sometimes I'll have it there. Sometimes I might have it looking out over this way, or looking down along here, or even looking over this way. All depends on how I feel, whatever, the mood I'm in. When I start getting into more operations and that, I'll try and get it so that way it's looking over the whole little industry area and maybe the yard over there, to kind of, so that way you can see what's going on. I've been trying to figure out a way to use JMRI in conjunction with my webcam to allow users online who know the information to connect to the server that I can host to actually be able to operate the train as well. So far I have not had much luck with that. I was using JMRI earlier while broadcasting, and it had a lot of system lag, and I would tell Locomotive to move and it wouldn't do anything for 10 minutes and then launch off the track at full speed. But that's still something I gotta work on. But so the camera's, I guess I'll go into a little bit, what I'm working on. You can see I finished that. I extended this industry track a little bit as a wooden crossing. You can see the wire's been put in for the Feller bus, and it's working fine even though there's no wire here. It goes in a straight enough line, and there's a thick enough chunk of wire here that it finds itself. This track goes up to here, and this is going to be modeled to be kind of an abandoned little siding. Like, hey, the track used to go further down and cross here, and then it was no longer used, and then this switch got put in. I haven't figured that out yet, but the factory there, the road continues down a little ways, and then it turns right there, is where that pile of dirt is right there. There's going to be a creek bed. It's going to come under the bridge and go down into this area over here. the road comes down along, and right there, that one wire, I can't see, it's my camera lens, that last spot there, the road cracked a bit when I was putting down the spikes. I use little spikes to put through to hold the wire in place, as well as a touch of glue. But right there's where the wire ends so far. But it'll go around that corner, and there's a bit of dust on my lens. About where that screwdriver tip is at is where it'll turn off to go back over here for the bus, but the main road continues along to this 3.5, 4-track crossing right here, which that track goes off into that yard. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I took out the time saver and I'm putting in just a regular yard over there, which all that track is pretty much smooth. The track behind the tower there's got to be worked on, and that tower's not going to be left there. I haven't decided where I'm going to put that yet. But yeah, that's it really. And I've kind of, as you can see, I kind of have a little card order system, which I'll demonstrate how it works here in a moment. Simply what it is these 2 stacks of cards are trains that are out on the track. This is a stack of card of the duplicates. Orange cards indicate that the car has to be dropped off somewhere, and then it even says where it needs to be dropped off and how many cards to pick up. Where the green card means it stays in the train. The way my layout works is train starts out in this yard as a train starting out somewhere down the line, and then I'm only focus. Some cars get dropped off here. My layout's kind of in the middle between 2 major yards, so, and then cars get picked up and leave to the next yard. That's how it works. But just drop the cards. Orange card says, how many cars you need to pick up from said track. And I got this little checkbox. If you have, car has a note or something on it, you would check the green card, and if there's something wrong with the card, or car, maybe it derails or something, or has a problem, you write it down right there. But this video's running kind of long, and that's about it for now. Oh, I also painted all my switch levers, green on one side, red on the other, so I can tell which way they are just by visually looking at the lever. But that's it for now.